something juicy. Whatever it is that comes to mind, rapid fire in my favorite game called Behind the Scenes. No. Bridesmaids.
Oh, Bridesmaids.
Come on, Bridesmaids.
First of all, I signed on to that movie. Kristen asked me to do that movie before they had written a part for me. And I get the script and it's just a huge sex scene. I was like, Kristen, hey. All right, I guess so. I was shooting Mad Men at the time, and I just remember it was the last thing we shot was the first thing in the movie, which was where we're rolling around and jumping all over each other and doing the whole thing. And literally everyone in the crew was like, can you wrap this up? Because it's Sunday and we have to go home, like just done. And we couldn't keep a straight face because we were having so much fun.
Mad Men.
That was a decade. That was basically my 30s to mid 40s. And that was a decade of my life. So there's no way I could say, other than it was the singular best experience of all time in my acting career. And because it's the longest. It's what kind of gave me a career. It's what set me on my path.
By the way, did you shoot at actual SLM?
No, I don't think we could. They wouldn't allow, whatever. That's a working thing. We had a beautiful private home that they tricked out.
Have you been to real Esalen?
I have, yeah.
Holy
yeah,
that place is
pretty
weird.
crazy. It's bonkers.
Like, people walk around naked. Like,
it's always the people you really don't want to see naked. Really like walking around naked.
Like, but one guy decided to keep his cowboy boots on.
Sure.
Which was really weird.
You don't want to step on a bug.
This is the weirdest place ever. Okay, Top Gun Maverick. Give me a moment. What morsel, juicy tidbit, which is now the highest grossing film, I think, ever, right?
Of the year, for sure. My first day on it, I'm in a Navy, kind of admiral's outfit that's basically vacuum sealed onto my body. I'm not kidding. There's no pockets in it because that would make it look wrinkled and rumpled. The shirt has a thing that attaches under here to keep it all tucked in tight.
So you're wearing a leotard.
I'm essentially wearing a Navy leotard. And I'm walking on a Navy base and there's planes and real soldiers and everybody. And I'm like, am I going in the right place? Where am I going? You don't want to walk on the wrong thing and start World War III or something. So you're just like, okay. And I walk into this hangar and I see, to the right, I see a 4-story American flag. And to the left, I see 2 F-18 fighter pilots. And right down the middle comes Tom Cruise like this. In full Maverick getup. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm in the right place. So I literally was like...
Thank you. That is a good behind the scenes. Okay, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Who is it true that you taught Ellie Kemper to act?
Yeah, when she was in 9th grade, she was my student.
How crazy is that?
So yeah, not only that, but also in Bridesmaids. Yeah, she's obviously phenomenally talented, and I remember my first memory of that show was, 30 Rock had wrapped and ran its course, and Tina and Robert said, oh, we have this part in this new thing we're writing again. And I'm like, oh, it sounds great. Yeah, I'll do it. And they're, oh, well, let us pitch it to you first. I was like, okay, well, what's it called? Well, it's about this woman who gets taken and buried in a vault. And I'm like, wait, what? And we want you to be the guy who abducts her and takes her. But it's funny. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. No. It's really funny. And just let us pitch it to you. So that was how the beginnings of that person began. And
look at how funny you are. That expression, come on.
That is a very, yeah.
Now I'm a single mom of 2 girls who I worship so much, and we decided to start watching Gilmore Girls.
Oh, the whole thing with Gilmore Girls, if you watch it, is you have to talk 900 miles an hour. Have you noticed this if you watch it? Everybody talks like rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. Kind of my first time being like a guest star on somebody else's hit show. And Lauren Graham, who played, is it Lorelai?
Yeah, Lorelai.
Was so nice and so kind. And now having been the lead on a show and knowing how much work she had to put into it, it was like the fact that she was very nice to the guest star who came in says a lot. So thanks, Lauren.
You've done all these things. You're at an extraordinary place in your life. You have this great movie coming out. What do you crave next?
You know, you talk about it a lot. I've listened to you over the years, and it's like, yeah, you know, you affect people. Like, I'm grateful for. I wake up every day being very grateful for what I have. So I don't really think about what I don't have. But I just am happy being where I am, and hopefully that happiness will continue. So that's pretty much my go-to day-to-day thought is like, let's try to stay happy.
That's gonna really sit with me. Thank you. I think it's a good life lesson. It really is. It's the best answer ever. I'm so glad I knew there was a reason I asked you that. Jon Hamm, be sure to watch Confess Clutch in theaters and streaming on demand now.